The following deck profile is brought to you by Team Rainbow Signer. Rainbow!
You're gathered here today at the Bowlerama in Plano, doing deck profiles! What a surprise! Me and Spud are even again on bowling, but who cares about bowling? This is about Yu-Gi-Oh!
Absolutely.
So, what deck we going over today?
Going over my Twilights.
Alright.
Pretty much lightsworns, but change them up, make them a little bit faster with some dark cards.
Hooray!
Alright.
Let's see what we got.
Go ahead and start it off. Pretty little honest here.
Oh gee, why would you never use honest?
Sadly, honest is done at 1. Most people know what it does. If you don't, doing damage calc, you can drop this. Pretty much send it from your hand to the graveyard. Select one monster in your opponent's field, and one light monster in your side field. You gain their attack.
Are you really describing what honest does?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright. Lumina, one of the most important lightsworns. You pitch one monster from your hand, you can special summon any level 4 lower lightsworn from your graveyard. In turn, she mills 3 cards from top of your deck to the graveyard. Arcus, not a lot of people run him. I only run 1. I recommend him because he stops your lightsworns from being targeted, period. Pretty awesome.
Fuck Arcus, I don't like him.
He mills 2 at the end of your turn.
He's ugly.
Jane, not a lot of people use Jane either, but when she attacks, she goes up to 21. That's kind of important. She also mills 2 at the end of your turn. Raikou, I run 2 of them. Raikou's a little douche. Whenever he's flipped, he destroys 1 card, period. Top 3 cards go to the graveyard then. I run 2 Gareths. They're a level 4 1850 beat stick. 1850 kind of caps most decks because they'll top out at 18 and then you're like, haha, 50 points extra. Gareth is important, I believe, because he's draw power. When a Lightsworn effect mills cards, he mills 2 on top of it, and then for every Lightsworn you milled with his effect, you draw 1 card. Kind of importante. I run 2 Lilas. I recommend 3 if you can get your hand on 3. You don't have to run MSTs with Lilas because she breaks all your opponent's back rows, magic and traps by switching her battle position to defense mode. However, if you do so, she has to remain in that your next turn, and then she can switch back after that. She's 1700, so she's also quite a little powerful woman. My favorite Lightsworn. And at the end turn, she mills 3 from the top of the deck. Wolfies! A lot of people run 3, but I only say run 3 if you're running Pierceworn. If you're running Twilights, run 2. You draw into them, you're screwed. They can't be normal summoned or set. But when they're milled from the top of the deck, they special summon. Celestias, one of the main staples for Lightsworns. Kind of hard to come across. 2300. When you tribute a Lightsworn, you can mill 4 from the top of your deck and destroy up to 2 cards your opponent controls. I recommend using 3 if you're going Pierceworn. If you're not, go 2. You can run 3. I used to, but now I decided in. Judgment, the problem of Lightsworns.
I got 2 JDs!
Pretty much you can special summon him if you have 4 or more different names of Lightsworns in the graveyard. You pay 1,000 life points, blow up everything on the field. Kind of awesome. 3,000 beater, and he mills 4 at the end of your turn. Now we're getting into the dark monsters. I recommend running a Battle Fader. Why? You draw into Wolves or Judgments and you can't use them? This guy can stall you out a little bit. However, if you use his effect, he gets removed when he's off the field. Plague Spreader. Of course, everybody's gonna freaking synchro. Plague Spreader, when he's in the graveyard, you can top deck 1 card from your hand and special summon him. If you use his effect though, when he's off the field, he gets removed from play. Very important. Sengan, a little bastard everybody loves. When he's destroyed, you pretty much know what it does, 1500 less to your hand. Chaos Sorcerer, I recommend 1 or 2, remove a light dark, he can remove something, or he's 2300, he's strong on his own. Quick special summon, you can use him to sync 8, whatever. I run 2 Kai's Shadow Monarchs. Everybody should know what he does, tribute a monster, remove 1 card from play. And you have Gores, the Emissary of Darkness. Mwahaha!
He looks like an emo.
He's a douche. When you control no cards, Gores, when you take battle damage or effect damage, comes to the field, and you either get a token if you took battle damage with the same amount you took, or you inflict your opponent equal to the amount of effect damage you took. Dad, Dark Armed Dragon. He can be special summoned only when you have exactly 3 darks in your graveyard. You can remove those darks from play to destroy 1 card your opponent controls. 2800, a lot of people fear him.
No, we're not in lane 47. We just had a different table.
Onto the spell cards.
Sorry.
Triple Solar Recharge. The main draw power of the deck, really, other than Gareth.
Yeah, one
Pretty much the
ultimate.
only draw power. You discard a Lightsworn, draw 2, mill 2 from your deck. Charge the Light Brigade. Sad day, it's only at 1, but mill top 3, add any level 4 lower Lightsworn from deck to your hand. Very important, unless you milled the monster you were looking for. Monster Reincarnations, very important. They get your Lightsworns or Judgment, Dad, whatever from your graveyard back to your hand, just at the price of pitching 1 card.
You pitch a dead wolf and you get a good card.
Exactly. Pot of Avarice. Select 5 monsters in your graveyard, return them to deck, shuffle, draw 2. Very important. Monster Reborn, staple. Mine's sexy though.
Ooh.
Burial, personal choice, because with Chaos Sorcerer you're removing 2, with Dad you're removing
Plague, remove it.
Plague removes, so
Battle Fader.
personal choice. Lightning Vortex, also personal choice. Dark Hole, personal. You can change those out for whatever you want.
It's got personal.
I recommend 2 Royal Decrees, because Lightsworns do not run trap heavy. Royal Decrees shut your opponent down. Divine Wrath, you know what it does. Call the Haunted, you know what it does. And Mirror Force, you know what it does.
Fan-bloody-tastic.
And cards recommended for siding in, you have Necro Gardener. When he's in your graveyard, you can remove him from play to negate 1 attack. A third Celestia, if you're not main decking it. Another Battle Fader, another Chaos Sorcerer. Horn of Heaven. I recommend Horn of Heaven or Vanquishing Lights if you really want to negate a summon. But Horn of Heaven over Vanquishing Light, because Horn of Heaven's any monster. Vanquishing Lights, only Lightsworns.
145, the bar is now closed.
Hey guys, the bar's
Just a
closed.
friendly reminder that all alcohol will be picked up in just 15 short minutes at 2 o'clock.
Chug,
Again, the
chug,
bar is
chug,
now closed,
chug.
and all alcohol will be picked up at 2 o'clock. Thank you.
Glorious Solution. It's a Call of the Haunted, only for Lightsworns, but then you mill additional cards, so it comes at a cost. Karma Cuts, another personal thing. Remove your shit from play. Beckoning Light. A lot of people say main deck it. I think it slows you down. Stygian Dirge. Personal choice. If you're going against somebody that sinks a lot, that screws them over completely. Nobleman of Crossout. A lot of people forget what this card does. When your opponent sets, remove it from play, and all copies of it. You're going against another Lightsworn deck, hit a Raikou.
Not always a good idea, because now you just remove your own Raikous, because it
That's
gets
true.
both decks with that card, not just your own.
So release, you can side it in for your names, either for Dad, or you can just screw your opponent over, and Foolish, just to get another name for JD or Dad, or
Wolf.
just to get a wolf.
And become an instant 2100 attack point monster.
That would be my Twilights.
Side deck is, extra deck is just basic, whatever you got, whatever you think you can get out quick.
Mistworms, you know, Parallel, Ghost Power Tool, you know, Colossal.
All the shebangs and all that.
Brio, Black Rose.
Brio's important. Well, that's the Spudwick
How's it going?
using his Twilight's Spud, which is what this will be titled.
Indeed.
We'll get more deck profiles later on, possibly some more duels. This is jace-burner signing off. Peace and deuces.